What's up, man?
How are you?
Good.
Good. So when you get to this point in time to get to 4 innings, kind of feel a little more natural. Are you looking for anything more in terms of pitches or reactions or anything different for this start compared to the previous ones or the previous one?
Not really. I think just trying to build bulk and just kind of sharpen my tools, really. Just throwing strikes and really actually more focused kind of on the back end of those games because, you know, the first inning of any game, you're really going to kind of be fresh and kind of ready to go. So this is that 4 inning start's really that first one that kind of, you know, with that 4th inning being a little bit more challenging.
And that's nice to just clear that hurdle both mentally and physically, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think, you know, as I said, it's like you come out of the 4th inning of a game during the regular season, things probably didn't go too well, but this is kind of that, again, like the first game where it's, you know, you kind of feel like a starter.
You know, Murph won't miss too much time, but how much of a bummer was that, you know, he's going to be out here for a bit?
Yeah, it was a tough blow. You just feel bad for him, too. I mean, it was, you know, very similar, just obviously muscle last year, you know, bone this year. You know, and we were kind of hoping to leave those things in the rearview mirror. But, hey, you know, it happens. You know, this is sports, this is baseball, so you just adjust and try to move on best you can.
What did you think of Drake the first time you worked with him today? What were your thoughts?
I thought he was great back there. Never looked overwhelmed, never looked overmatched. And, I mean, just kind of right on point, really. So that was a lot of fun.
I mean, you're not a guy who shakes off catchers, so that's a big task for him. Is how it was. He did called the game pretty well.
Absolutely. You know, he's surrounded by a lot of good guys too. You know, having Travis here last year and Murph, Trumpy, and then obviously, you know, me and Sandy worked a lot together when I was in Boston. So I wasn't really too worried, just knowing that, you know, he had spent most of the year last year with Sandy and probably picking his brain. I even talked to Sandy after the start, and they were, you know, going back and forth this morning about some things. So I wasn't too worried about that.
This was first time in a game setting with Drake, right?
Correct.
Last two. Like how much? I guess how much interaction have you had with him these last 2 springs, and have you gotten to know him like any? Or
So I think my first bullpen I ever threw here was to him because he was here early. When I got traded over, I came up here in January, was throwing bullpens and stuff like that. But just seeing him on a day-to-day basis, it's fun for me because I've been here for a little bit now, so and just seeing how people work, seeing how they operate, seeing how they interact with people, and you know, he's always in the weight room. He's got an unbelievable work ethic. He's got a great routine from what I've seen. You know, he's around all the right guys, and again, you know, that's what you want from a young guy who's in the position to kind of take over a very, very important position. You know, he's not afraid to ask questions. He's doing all the right things, and like I said, it looks like he's kind of starting to chisel out a pretty good routine for himself, and very likable guy too, which is great.
Cool. Thank you.
thanks.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank
Is that the smallest camera you offer?
So small.